Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of One Piece anime episode 765, I believe we're on. Yep, 765, and this one was honestly the funniest episode we have had in a long time. Like, with the serious storyline parts of it, it was alright, but it was funny. Normally I don't really laugh that often watching shows, but I was laughing almost throughout the entirety of this episode. It was really, really funny. I loved it. Just going through it part by part, I still do hate the stupid filler shit at the beginning of the episode where it's just like telling us who the characters are, like we've been watching a show that has 765 episodes and don't have any idea who the characters are. That's sort of a pet peeve of mine, I guess. It's not really a serious problem. It's just something I really don't like. Like, they could do something else to fill in that time if they need to fill in that time. Give us an ending credit sequence at the end of the episode. But come on, like, just telling us who the characters are, it's really lazy, and I really do not like it. So yeah, there's a lot of recap this week, it felt like, as well. But it's whatever. We get a lot of recap sometimes. Brook's guitar, though, I thought that Brook's guitar as they go through the forest was a really good thing to do for the OST. I just thought it felt, I don't know, it fit the surroundings. It felt really more real, I guess, that was going on instead of a backing track. I really liked that. So we have this random bug attack, and I was laughing when I saw that too, because I was like, this random bug attack is way more well animated than 99% of the real serious fights we had during Dressrosa. It's like watching Zoe and then going back and watching pretty much anything from Dressrosa. The animation quality and everything, Dressrosa looks shit. Like, even watching it week to week, I would say compared to other stuff I was watching, Dressrosa looked really bad. But I was like, it's a long-running show. They can't do that much with animation. They have a good budget, but I mean, to make an episode every single week ongoing, they can't do anything too crazy with animation. And then I see Zoe, and I'm like, Zoe stands up with other short anime that I'm watching. And just watch an episode from Zoe, like especially the first episode or two of Zoe, and then watch any episode from Dressrosa. Dressrosa looks really freaking bad. Even the parts that looked good for Dressrosa look pretty freaking bad. So the animation was good. I liked that. I thought it was hilarious when every time Frankie uses the nipple lights. Frankie's just a really, really fun character. Like I said before, I like his pre-time skip design better, but Frankie pre-time skip was one of my favorite characters, and he's still a character that I really, really like. So the filler fight with the bugs was actually really nice and refreshing. I was expecting to not like it. I was expecting to say, okay, this is going to be a waste of time. It's not going to be very well animated. It's a fight thrown in for filler. But no, I really liked it, actually. I thought it was just a change of pace. It was nice, refreshing, and it fit really well. I liked that they put that in there. And that's the thing I'm liking a lot about Zoe, is that instead of in Dressrosa we'd have like 30-second reaction faces or like really, really drawn out scenes, instead of doing that, we're just throwing in scenes that weren't in the manga out of nowhere, and they're actually fitting and working really well, and I like a lot that we're doing it. So I have a lot of good things to say about Zoe as an arc, honestly. So I really actually liked it. And then we finally get to the song that I've been waiting for since it was in the manga, the Nekomamushi song, and it was done so well. I was dying. I was laughing so hard, especially just the Nekomamushi animations while he's singing about him. It was so freaking funny. Then we had the sequences where we saw Nami and Wanda back to back, and Wanda was smiling and everything. I was just like, yes, my heart, Nami and Wanda. If they do not end up together, I am going to be a broken-hearted man. Nami and Wanda are the best ship. So we finally get to see the home of the Guardians, and I didn't remember it looking that good in the manga, but it looked nice. I loved the art and design they did for that. Of course, I may just be forgetting if it was really good in the manga, but it looked really good here. Um, so I thought too, the sequence was really cool when Luffy was looking up at the whale tree and they had that sort of jungly vibe OST in the background. That was a really good sequence. I loved that scene. Then we have Luffy meeting back up with Roddy and BB, who he fought earlier in the arc. We've got Captain Pedro of the Treetops, and I loved his voice actor here. It was so freaking good. And Luffy and Pedro's meeting was really, really funny. And I just, looking back and seeing their meeting animated in the anime, I really, really, even in the manga, not spoiling anything, of course, I still am hoping in the manga for Pedro to maybe be the next Straw Hat. And this meeting, seeing it animated, makes me want him for Straw Hat still so much. Then we see Chopper meeting the female deer mink was really funny, and she was actually pretty sexy. So good job, good eye, Chopper. So we see Nekomamushi finally. He's bathing and eating lasagna. He has the spoon taped to his hand. And I was like, firmly grasp it. He is a very funny character. Like, it is hard to dislike Nekomamushi. I know a lot of people really loved him when Zo was going on in the manga, so I think a lot of people are gonna really, really love him as a character. Then we have Zoro is chilling outside the building, actually listening in, while Nami, Luffy, Pedro, and Wanda, and Carrot as well, meet with Peckham's. Before that, again, I just kind of breezed over it, but we had the funny shot sequence and everything with Nekomamushi and Robin and Chopper, and it was really, really funny, so just breezing over that. But yeah, Luffy, Nami, Pedro, Wanda, and Carrot go and meet with Peckham's, and Peckham starts talking about Sanji's family, and he talks about the Germa 66, which is apparently a fictional evil army, from what Nami says. And it is ruled, from what Peckham says, by Sanji's father. And the Vinsmokes are a family of assassins. Also, I thought it was funny when they were like, if you go back and look at Pedro when they're talking and stuff, he starts out with everybody else, and then like one of the sequences where they're flashing around to different characters in different angles, Pedro's just standing on top of the bed. I thought that was a really, really funny comedy bit to add in there. Because you'll see later on that that's kind of a running gag with Pedro, so I loved that. Then we had, just as the episode as a whole, that's kind of where we ended with the info on Sanji's family. I thought that it was really cool that we got all that info about Germa 66, about Sanji's family. Of course, for those of you that only watch the anime, it is really, really good new info. Then we have also information about Nekomamushi and the Guardians and everything. It was just really good. I loved the way the art looked for it. The art was not the best we've had in Zo, but was still really, really good. And like I said, better than nearly all of Dressrosa. It was one of the funniest episodes. I was dying at the Pedro stuff, especially all of the Nekomamushi stuff. Brook's song, Luffy and Pedro, all of it was really funny. The filler fight I liked. I'm glad they added it in there. And we got to meet the Guardians. And we got to have the Nekomamushi song, two things that I've been waiting for. A lot of you that watch the anime have probably been waiting for. So yeah, we got a lot of good, enjoyable stuff. It wasn't a big, huge emotional or story-heavy episode, but we got a little bit of everything, and there is no real complaint I have. It was a good, solid, all-around episode. So for that, I'm going to give it 8.5. I almost thought about giving it a 9, but maybe that's a little bit too high. So 8.5. 8.5 mink captains out of 10, I guess. If there's a random cut in the middle of my sentence, it's because I just bumped my hand into my microphone, and I'm probably going to edit that out so it doesn't bust all of your eardrums. But yeah, so anyway, like if you did like this video was what I was trying to say when I punched my mic out. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there on stuff for the channel. Subscribe if you want, and I'll try to keep up a lot of good new videos every single week for One Piece, both anime and manga, and a ton of other things on the channel. So yeah, I do cover the anime and manga every single week. I just kind of got my words jumbled up a bit there, I guess. Also, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this episode and what you thought of my thoughts on it. And that is it, so I hope you enjoyed, and thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.